Uh-oh.
Good morning and a very warm welcome also on behalf of Focus Magazine. Such a great event, Steffi. I'm really happy to be a part of the DLD community. Thank you. Yeah, it's a community full of interesting, inspiring people, people who want to shape the future, people who want to make the world a better place, and people who fight for democracy. Those of you who read Focus on a regular basis know that we look at these people who change our world in politics, in the economy, in science, society, and culture. Yesterday, Maria Ressa gave an impressive speech about her fight for press freedom in the Philippines. And being a journalist myself, stories like hers really make me think. Because people like Maria are so important for our future, and they should encourage us to defend press freedom everywhere in the world, every day. Great, Steffi, and thank you that you gather all these people here in Munich. So being here is exciting for me, and even more exciting is my task here on stage, which is the announce of Mr. Muhammad Yunus. He definitely made the world a better place and changed lives of so many people. As you all know, he founded the Grameen Bank that grants small but very effective microcredits to people who have hardly any money. This allows them, for example, to set up a small business and work their way out of poverty. By the way, very interesting, 97% of the recipients are women. Muhammad Yunus says the big banks are going to the rich, to men and cities. I'm going to the poor, to women and villages. In 2006, he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts to create economic and social development from below. And today, he's here at DLD. The motto of this conference is, what are you adding? Ladies and gentlemen, there's hardly anybody in the world who adds more than this gentleman. I'm very glad and honored to call on stage Mr. Muhammad Yunus.
Thank you very much. I'm delighted to be back. I'll be just here. I'm delighted to be back again. It's a wonderful journey to share with you all the things that we have gone through in between. And DLD has asked all of us a tough question. What are you adding? So we have to answer that question, what are you adding? I go through kind of a seesaw between deep frustrations and enormous excitement. So coming from that kind of position, both as an extreme situation, answering the question, what are you adding? I'll put it in my angle. When you ask that question, what are you adding, you may have in mind, in terms of quantity, how much are you adding? Or it may be qualitative. What are you adding? What is the quality in it? We can add positive things. We can add negative things. Both are additions. But what is the net of it between what you did the positive and we did the negative? That's where my swing comes. My conclusion have been all along, for many years now, we are in a big deficit. We are doing bad things more than the good things. And I almost describe always by saying that you can quickly come to the conclusion, world is a disaster path. Not much time left for us in the world. We have been hearing it, but it doesn't rub on us. That's the frustrating part of it. We know, all of us, that we don't have much time left. Environment people keep pounding every day. And we are convinced that we have very short time left. How many? It's not 50 years, it's not 100 years. It's in terms of decades. How far will be done by 2030 to this 2020? By 2040, we're almost done, because it would be 1.5 degrees Celsius temperature. And that's the limit we can do. They tell us, if you push yourself too hard on this planet, the last point, the end of the journey, 2 degrees Celsius by 2050. So it's not in terms of half a century or a century. It's in terms of decades. That's the life we have on this planet. Knowing that, we go business as usual. We speak the same language. We share the same plan. This is what all the excitement we bring here and everywhere else in the newspapers, in our parliaments, all the glorious things that we will be looking for. And I keep asking, have you thought about what would be the life of your grandchildren? Will they go over their childhood at all? Because if it is a matter of 30 years from now, we already have grandchildren, many of us here. That's the limit that you can go. That's your grandchildren. I try to reverse that question by saying, what kind of life you would like to see for your grandchildren? I'm sure it will be a wonderful life that you'll imagine for your dear, dear grandchildren. All the great things will happen by the time they come to their adulthood. How they will enjoy their childhood. How successfully they will translate their life into doing things for the whole world. That's great. Then my next question is, are we doing something to make it happen? We are not. We're just leaving them to a world which is just coming to an end. So the urgency of the matter is completely missed. That's my depression point. The second depression point comes from another angle. Extreme concentration of wealth. We know it. People remind us. Bernie Sanders screaming in the election campaign how the concentration of wealth, he doesn't talk about global one, he talks about US one, how ugly that is. Globally, we have been hearing every day, 1% of the population owning 99% of the wealth of the entire world. What does it mean really? 1% owning 99% of the wealth. What do we do with that? Who are they? And then there are more specific things we are told. We never question them. We agree. The 26 people in the whole world, just 26, not a percentage, 26 people in the whole world own more wealth than the bottom 50% of the population of the entire world. Who are these 26 people? We know them. We invite them to DLD. We take selfies with them. We admire them. They are great people. We know them by name, all of us. What kind of economy, what kind of world is this? A system which pushes all the wealth to few hands. It's not the fault of those 26 people. They are great people. It's a system. We created a system which sucks up all the wealth and brings it to the door of some selected people. Those who control that 99% of the wealth, they control the whole world. Who else should control it? Not me, not you. They are the one who are the one in control. They control business, they control politics, they control livelihoods, everything. We talk about democracy. This is not consistent with democracy at all. If you have 99% and we all have nothing, what kind of democracy is that? What is the voice? Where is the voice? They control the voice too. Not because in any evil intention, because that's what they're supposed to do. So that's the kind of world that we are right now. That part is not very interesting for me. Interesting thing is, what will be the wealth concentration tomorrow, day after? When we'll see 26 people not only owning more wealth than bottom 50% of the people, but 26 people will be owning all the wealth of the world. Because that's the direction economy that we are all praising, discussing, is leading us every day. And we have nothing to say about it. I tell myself, I hope you share your thoughts, how you feel. I tell myself, it's a ticking time bomb. Socially, politically, economically, totally unsustainable. It cannot go on like this, where the flow of the world goes in one direction, empty the rest of the world. If you imagine it as a body, economy as a body, imagine all the blood in our body as concentrated in the fingertip of the body. That's what is happening in the economy. In that economic body, all the blood is concentrated in that fingertip. That's totally unsustainable. And it's becoming unsustainable every day. And we have done nothing about it. We don't talk about it. So we don't see a future for our grandchildren. Not on the environment front, not on the economy front. They're not going to be the kind of life that they will not be enjoying the kind of life that we think, unless they are one of those 26 people. Not all children can become one of the 26. Children, billions of them, will be the one who will not have nothing compared to the others. That's the fate. This is not something that you kind of cook up, the reality of the situation that is. Third worry that I want to share with you, why I get depressed, what kind of world we have. Third one is about technology, particularly focusing on artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is coming in a way, first of all, it will be, if it's replacing human beings from the workplace, human beings have no place. There are many projections. McKinsey is one. In the next 15 years, nearly 500 million jobs will be gone. Artificial intelligence will take them over. Why? Because it's cheaper, because it's efficient, because it doesn't have unions, it doesn't have holidays. It's cheaper. The only thing, it was cheaper. So what happens to the people who are replaced? Well, they will find something. We are in business. We can't worry about what happened to other people. We have to take care of our bottom line. And that's what is coming. Technology is a blessing. Technology is a curse. It's us, human beings, to decide where you want to keep your technology. On the curse side or on the blessing side? Or on the both sides? Where do we draw the line? How do we make sure it stays in the blessing side, not in the curse side? Artificial intelligence can be a wonderful blessing, but it has a tremendous potential as a terrible curse. So these are the worries that we see. And it's not about, again, not 50 years. You're talking about the next 10 years. You're talking about the next 15 years. And it's coming in a big, massive way. We have no place. What kind of planet will that be? People are sitting around, machines are working. And those who are very, very supportive of the artificial intelligence, they say, well, government should give them the universal basic income. Sounds very good. I said, for me, I don't want to be living a life of a permanent beggar. I want to take pride as a human being, as a creative person, as a person not only who takes care of himself, who takes care of everybody else. That's what the life of a human being. The excitement part, that seesaw thing, is something that we can do even in this short period. If we make up our mind that we will not accept that world which offers all this dangerous thing. We will not allow our environment to deteriorate. Will not allow this concentration of wealth to go in, not allow technology to move in the direction that we have right now. How? That's come to the core question that I have been addressing all my life. I said, something is terribly wrong in the way we have designed economics. That's where we went into the wrong place. We define human being as someone who is driven by self-interest. That's what the basic definition of human being. I said, that's completely wrong. Human being is someone who is not a single-dimensional person. He or she is a multidimensional person. He takes care of himself or herself and takes care of the whole world. He is a unique creation of enormous creative power. If he fixes up his mind, he gets it done. But economics put us in a box, giving profit motive, only thing in the whole world. So as a result, we become economic robots, forgot about our human self. So if we can discover our human self, that we are here to create a world of our own, the way we like, not submit ourselves some rules and procedures and make money for ourselves. Making money is a small part of our life. Changing the life is the mission of our life. That's what it is. But economic theory doesn't allow that. And I have been struggling with the idea that why should business be only one kind? Making money. Along the way that I've been working, I created another kind of business. Business to solve problem without any intention of making money for yourself. So you have a money-making business, go ahead and do it, no objection. But you have a choice. You can create a business to solve people's problem. Problem of water, problem of housing, problem of healthcare, as a business. But business not to make money. Business to solve problem in a sustainable way so that you get back your money. It was always done in a charity. Charity money goes out, does a wonderful work, but the money doesn't come back. So I created a business out of it. I said, why don't you do it in a business way? Money goes out, does the job, and comes back. Then the same money has infinite number of use, rather than charity money has only one use. That's what we call social business. People ask me, why should anybody do something silly like that? I said, I don't see anything silly. No, if you're not making money, why should you do the business? You're supposed to make money. I said, that may be your intention. But people are more strange than what you think. They give away their money. If you can give away your money, why can't you even invest the same money? Giving away charity is $1 trillion activity. But to make that $1 trillion to be used only once and disappear. I said, why don't you use this as a social business to continue, recycle, continuous. Enormous thing can happen. I'm not talking about the new money coming from outside. Talk about what you already give away. That's the part that we have. So that's the challenge that we have to have. I explained why we do the social business. I keep reminding, making money may be a happiness, but making other people happy is a super happiness. That's what we're looking for. And to share with you, we'll be having a celebration here in Munich in June. We call it Super Happiness Festival. So we invite you all to come and join us. Thank you very much.